laboratory, medieval, cleansing, spoiling, apparatus for fantastic ends. As a furnace,
the dreadful bells ringing makes its stony walls shake and tremble. It can't be long now before this extreme tension is relieved, and the result known. The dark is lessening. In the innermost bottle there's a glow, like a leaf coal, almost like a lovely carbuncle, sending its rays out in the gloom. And now there comes a clear white light. Oh, I hope it won't go wrong this time. But there, what's that rattling the door?
entering,
Greetings, a friend.
nervously,
Greetings to you, at this great moment.
quietly,
But don't say a word. Don't breathe. A grand piece of work is being completed.
more quietly. Tell me, still more quietly.
We're making a man.
A man? Did you lock a pair of lovers up the chimney?
God forbid. That old way of doing it is quite out of fashion now. We call it nonsensical. The center point of life, beginning, the sweet energy forcing its way out from within, taking and giving, imposing its pattern, appropriating what is near, then what is less near. Who this is? Discredited. Animals may still take their pleasure in it, but man, with his great gifts, must have a higher origin, a pure one, henceforth.
Turning to the furnace,
See the light there? Now we can really hope that after thoroughly mixing these hundreds of substances, it's all a matter of mixing to make the human substance, and then sealing it up and thoroughly redistilling it. The work will prove to be a quite a success in the end.
turning again to the furnace.
It's coming now. The mass is clearing. I feel surer and surer. What we used to acclaim as nature's mystery, we now boldly try to perform with our intelligence. When nature used to grow things, we crystallize them out.
A man learns a lot if he lives long enough. Nothing new can happen anywhere for him. I've run into this crystallized sort of people before on my travels. Who has kept his eye on the bottle?
It's rising, flashing, mounting. In a jiffy it'll be done. A great project seems crazy at the beginning, but the day will come when we'll laugh at our luck. Sooner or later, a thinking man will be able to make a thinking brain.
Looking delightedly at the bottle.
The glass is raining with ominous force. It frogs and then clears. It must be coming. I can see a neat little mannequin gesturing. What do you want? What more would you have? The secret's out now. Just listen to the sound. It's turning into a voice. It's speaking.
Addressing Wagner from the bottle.
Well, father, how are you? That was no joke. Come, give me a hug. But gently, gently, or you'll break the glass. This is the way of things. The whole world's hardly big enough for natural life. But artificial life has to be contained to Mephistopheles. You here, brother, you rock. Thank you for coming, and at the right moment too. Very fortunate. Why there's life in me. I must be up and doing, and I want to get to work right away. You're just the man to help me.
But one word more. I've always been embarrassed. People old and young come at me with problems. For instance, no one can understand how body and soul go so well together, cling as if they would never go apart, and yet are forever quarreling. Stop. I'd rather inquire when man and wife don't hit it off better. My friend, you'll never get to the bottom of it. But there's a job of work here. The little fellow wants it.
Direct me, pointing to a side door.
Show your talents here.
Still staring into the bottle.
You surely are a darling boy.
The side door opens, showing Faust stretched out on the bed, astonished. Important. This, the bottle slips out of Wagner's hands, hovers over Faust, and shines a light on him. A beautiful setting, a clear pool shot in among trees. Woman undressing, delightful woman, is getting better all the time. But one there is outshines the rest in splendor. A woman sprung from a line of heroes, if not from the gods. She dips her foot in the transparent flood, cools her lovely bodies, flaming the yelling, glittering water. But what a din of swiftly flapping wings, plunging and splashing, that shatters the smooth mirror. The girls run off in fright, but she, the queen, calmly looks on and, with a woman's pride and pleasure, watches the prince of swans nest at her knees and, gently insistent, stay. He seems to like it here, but suddenly a mist rises, and quiet blows out this most charming of scenes.
The things you have to tell. You're a little fellow, but my, what an imagination you have. I can't see anything.
I don't wonder. You, that came from the north, and grew up in the Dark Ages, in all the jumble of potpourri and chivalry. How could you expect to see with a clear eye? You're only at home in the gloom, looking round him. Look at this stonework, brown with age, moody, horrid, and pointed edges. 20 gigs, so confining, If he wakes up on us, there'll be more trouble. He'll drop dead on the spot. Woodland springs, swans, naked beauties. That was his wishful dream. How could he get used to this? I, the most adoptable man, can hardly bear it. Away with him.
I'd like to know what you propose.
Send the soldier into battle. Take the girl to the dance, and all will be well. But it suddenly comes into my mind that the classical walpurgis night is on. He'll be in his element there. We couldn't do better than take him to it.
I never heard of anything like that.
How should you? Romantic ghosts is all you know about. Ghosts. To be genuine, how to be classical too.
Well, which way do we go? Classical colleagues, I hate the sort.
You stepping ground. Saturn is northwest, but we fly southeast to a great plain where the river Penils bubbling through it, fringed with trees and bushes, winding into loops and bays. The plain stretches back to rugged hills, and on the slope lies Vasalus, the old town and the new.
Oh, take it away. Forget those walls of tyranny and slavery. They bore me. No sooner is the fighting down than they start all over again. And neither side notices that it's just Asmodeus who's at the back of it all, teasing them. They're supposed to be fighting for freedom, but when you come to look at it, it's slaves against slaves.
Don't bother about the constrainedness of mankind. Everyone has to stick up for himself from the time he's a boy. In the end, it makes a man of him. But our problem is with Faust and how to get him well again. If you have anything to propose, let's try it. If not, leave it to me.
We might try some of the broken streaks, but the heathen gates are bolted against me. Those creaks were never much good, dazzling you with the free play of the senses, and teasing you into happy sinfulness. However, since you'll find are always gloomy. So what now?
You're not backward as a rule. And if I drop a word about the witches in Sicily, I presume it registers with you.
Witches in Sicily. Those are people I've been inquiring about for a long time. I don't know that I care about night after night with them, but I'll try anything once.
Bring the mantle and put it round him. It'll carry you both as before, and I'll go in front and shine my light.
Anxiously.
And what about me? Well, you'll have to stay at home and do important work. Unroll your old parchments, collect the elements according to rule and mix them carefully. Consider the what, and still more, consider the how. Meanwhile, I'll see a piece of the wood and possibly discover the dot on the eye. Then my great purpose will be served. The reward is worth the effort. Wealth, honor, fame, health, and long life, and knowledge and virtue as well. Who knows? Goodbye.
Distressed.
Goodbye. This makes me very sad. I'm afraid I'll never see you again.
Quick now, off to the panels. Our cousin is not to be despised.
To the audience.
After all, we're bound to be dependent on our own creatures.
Classical walpurgis night. Battlefield of Phasalia. Darkness.
The festival of ghosts met here tonight has seen me many times, and now I come again, Ihishto, the dismal one, dismal, but not as repulsive as those wretched poets make me out to be with their endless gibing, praising or blaming. They never know when to stop. The valley, in all its strength, is paled and whitened with army tents spread like a sea, and after vision of that most harrowing, that cruelest of nights, how often it has repeated, how often will it repeat, year after year after year, for the rest of time. Neither one yields the empire to the other, not willingly, least of all when the other, having taken it with force, rules it with force. Men who cannot master their inner selves are all too ready in their arrogance to dominate their neighbors. But here, on this spot, a great issue was found out. It's the old story of strength pitted against greater strength, the many-flowered wealth of freedom torn to shells and the stiff glory twisted about the conqueror's brow. This is where Pompey dreamed his dream of early triumphs come again, while Caesar there tensely watched the tongue of the balance waver. The fight is on, we know. The world knows now which was the winner. Bonfires are blazing red. The soil exhales the shadow of blood once split, and drawn by the rare beauty of this shining night, mythical figures of the Greek world are here in multitude. Fabulous forms of ancient days can be half seen flitting about the fires, or they sit beside them at their ease. The moon is up, not yet as a full, but radiant, shedding its friendly light on everything. The spectral tints have disappeared. The fires are burning blue. But now, over my head, a meteor shining. How unexpected! And lighting up a ball of something, I catch the scent of human life, and must not let it dare me, being harmful to it. It would hurt my name and serve no purpose. Now the meteor's dropping. Discretion bids me keep away. Withdraws. The aeronauts aloft. I'll take another turn over these spooky bonfires. The whole valley bottom has the weirdest look. I can make out some appalling ghost's hair. It's like looking through the old window at the horrors of the north. Look, there's a lanky one striding past. It almost looks as if she's had a fright. Saw us coming through the air. Let her go, set our gallant friend down, and life will immediately come back to him. Here in the world of fable is where he's looking for it, touching the ground. Where is she? Can't quite say. But this is where you'll probably find out. You might, between now and daylight, quickly scout around among the bonfires. A man who's been to the mothers needn't be afraid of anything. I have my reasons for being here too. But what better could we do than let each of us go his own way among the fires and have his own fun? Then we have to join up again. The little chap can light his glass and make a buzz. This is how I will flash it and rain it. The glass lights up and buzzes strongly. Now off we go, in search of more surprises. Alone. Where is she? No need to ask now. If it isn't the soil she trod and the seashore she knew, it's the air that spoke her speech. Here, by a miracle, here I am in Greece. I feel the ground under me at once, warming me with new life after my sleep, making me like some Antaeus of the spirit, and finding all manner of strange things assembled here in this labyrinth of fire. I'll make a thorough search of it.